So today's the 24th of March, 2024, early morning, 0613 in Kinderdjke, Netherlands. We sailed out from Amsterdam, made our first stop during the night, woke up at about midnight, and enjoying the windy weather. It's not too bad, it's tolerable, but just giving you a brief overview of Kinderdjke. People are starting to wake up, having their continental breakfast. And sunrise is beautiful. It's a little windy out here. I would think about maybe a good 5-8 knot wind. It is a bit chilly, maybe about 5 degrees centigrade, which is about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 41 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm just doing the calculation quickly in my head. But yeah, sailing went very smooth. It did wake me up at midnight on the 24th of March. But no, sailing was very smooth. And we're going to go explore part of the Netherlands out here. Go see some windmills. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick tour of the sun deck on Alruna. It's kind of hard to figure, which side is aft, which side is forward. But this looks like the smokestack. Okay, and the mast, a short mast that we have out here. I'm here walking with my coffee here in hand, going on the starboard side, I believe. We have a little walkway as we're walking by. Little shuttlecock over here, miniature golf over there. The mast, short mast, with the associated lights and whatnot, of course. You hear the waterfowl. Well, actually, there they are, all up there. Oh, look at those. Interesting looking magpies up there. Let's see if I can video those guys. Some interesting bird up there. Black and white wings. Making a little bit of a fuss. It's early morning. I'll probably say it's cold out here, guys. It's cold out here. Anyways, moving back to the ship. Very easy sailing. Although we did have white caps yesterday on the 23rd on the River Rhine. It was very easy sailing. No big deal. The only thing that did kind of stir me a bit just before I came out for breakfast was, I guess, the crane. There's two cranes. One I'm showing you coming up right now. Another one over there on port side. Oops, what is this? Clean towels, use towels, okay. The window here in the main lobby. The bridge was associated person in charge. A retractable bridge with a scissor lift. And it was interesting because you'll see in the video that I took last night, you could kind of see it because it was so bloody dark. But that bridge was retracted down, I would say maybe a good almost 7/8, just barely enough for them to peer out through the windows as they were going through bridges. Interestingly. So I'm kind of curious how low some of these bridges are, or for that matter, how high the water is. And here we are up forward. Down below us is the eating area, one of two eating areas that we have here. Okay, so we are now underway. Kind of surprising. I didn't expect us to be underway right now. 40 years. It's been a while since I've been in Europe. The little homes, the apartments, and cool beans. Laura seems to enjoy it too, which I'm very happy about too. All right. Very smooth sailing, I have to admit. It's nothing too major, even though we have white caps on the river. Perfect weather for dogs walking. Sorry I'm not outside, it's just a bit chilly. It's a bit too cold. At least to stay up there for like 10 minutes or so. So this is the area from our balcony. A quaint little balcony. Not too much space, but you know what, enough for a couple. I'm not on the windward side, so I can actually stay out here for a little bit. There's a big giant windmill out there. Good morning, Netherlands. Good morning. Seems a waterfowl flying about. Over here on the port side of the ship, on the third deck. A lot of river traffic. That's probably why you had that one radar tower out there. So we're going underneath a bridge, one of a few, that we'll probably be going under. Major highway bridge. Don't know which bridge this is. I can look that up. There's a nice huge windmill right beside it. And there's bridge control. I don't think this bridge lifts. I don't think it does. Most of the shipping here obviously is low profile, going on bridges, tides and whatnot. We'll be going through some locks, I'm sure, in our voyage here. Rotterdam. Some other places, I'm not sure. But so the Netherlands. Hey, how about that rain? Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am?
Wow, this is with the bus, right?
It is not.
Yeah?
It is not. It is not with the bus. So hey, Netherlands. This was. So hey, Netherlands. This is what it's like out here. Okay. Real quick, as you can see, we're getting ready to take our first trip. And if you notice, we're getting ready to go out, and the rain's coming down with this good strong wind. The wind right now is about, I would say, a good 10, maybe 15 knots. Where we're going to go, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, no wonder you can't see it. Trees are in the way. It was a walking tour, just right up here. going across the ways to where these windmills are over here. But the rain's coming down a little too hard for Laura and I, so we decided not to go west. Sorry about that, Netherlands. All right, so the storm has passed us. We're going to try to go see these windmills individually with Laura and I. Now all we got is a little bit of wind. I was looking up the weather. They said that the wind was going to be 31 kilometers an hour, which is, you know, that's a very strong wind for these windmills out there in the distance. Make a right. Where are you going? Windmills are right there. So, yeah, that storm's just a little squall storm. Unfortunately, going on these river cruises, there are several wiser people, and I hope they don't get too frustrated with this weather, because it's typical European weather in the spring. It's rainy, can be cold, and people are a bit underdressed. So, anyways, we're going to check out these windmills that are nearby us. Hopefully we'll be able to see at least one or two of them. The geese of the Netherlands. And the windmills. It's one of the canals here. So these are the windmills of the Netherlands. Made of kitty and geese flyovers. But no, you are in the Netherlands with those windmills. The weather's pretty rough. There's a bike path. That's what that thing says up there. This is the modern way that Holland now drains out these canals. Water flows into the canal. It's pumped by the old windmills into this canal, and then it's pumped out into a bigger river. Just really amazing. Simple machines right there, Iowa. Simple machines at work. Now, obviously, with the winds that we had here in Holland, making windmills, that you see out there in the distance, that you see over here in Kinderdjke, makes sense to make this building right here that you see. So it's really fascinating how they dump the water out one canal to the next river, and so on. So right over here is one of these smaller little, what we would say, tributaries along the Rhine. This is where they actually park some of their vessels to lay them low, making sure that they're not too much traffic on the Rhine. But also interestingly, the numbers that you see here. How far off are we from the actual ocean? In this case, 908 kilometers. The Rhine River is about 11,000 kilometers ahead to get to Switzerland and whatnot. So we still have quite a bit of ways for us to get out there. We just left the city of Kinderdjke on our way to our next stop, Cologne, Germany. But I want to point out something behind me on the TV screen. As you can see behind me on the TV screen, we have a ship tracker that's provided for us in everybody's cabin, I believe. And interestingly, we're going to be going to a pretty famous battle, unless of course you're on the Allied side, and it's pretty an infamous battle. I'll show you what I mean. So on the ship tracker that we have here, again, is on the 24th of March 2024, leaving Kinderdjke, and we're coming upon the city of Tayel. But I want to point out, we'll be sailing through the river, the lower River Rhine, to Nijmegen. Now, for those of you who know about Nijmegen, it is a town in Holland, the Netherlands, that was under control by the Germans back in World War II. And down below Nijmegen, right over here, is the city of Grave. And up above it is the city of Arnhem. And those of you with World War II will notice that this is a very famous battle from that movie, A Bridge Too Far. We'll be sailing to Nijmegen in a couple of hours. Hopefully we'll be able to see that bridge with the weather the way it is. The sun's coming out a little bit, so hopefully we'll be able to see it within the time that we're here. The time right now is a little bit in the actually late afternoon, so hopefully we'll be able to see that bridge before nightfall. Okay. So we just left Kinderdjke, had lunch, met new people, swapping stories, but we're just seeing, whoops, wrong way, new cities. I'm sure that's the name of this town here. There's Rishich. I saw something there. Golden arches. Might be a McDonald's. I hope. Over there on the starboard side, part of the forest. Moving along. Our next stop is, I believe, Cologne, Germany. That's in tomorrow's agenda. Tomorrow's itinerary. We're talking to people over at Kinderdjke, excuse me. And they were saying that this is normal for spring. Wind, rain, and now the rain's coming down again. So I'm going to go down below. So the cradle is moving a little bit. Oh, here comes the rain again. The cat's cradle.
A child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking for I knew it. And as he grew, he'd say, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, he came from college just the other day. So much like a man, I just had to say, son, I'm proud of you. Can you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, what I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them, please? I've long since retired, my son's moved away. I called him up just the other day. I said, I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said, I'd love to, Dad, if I can find the time. You see, my new job's a hassle and the kids are the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. We're gonna have a good